Hi, I'm Sally Thibault. Do you know, sometimes when you're feeling really stressed and anxious or overwhelmed, we have a tendency to do things over and over again. And sometimes that's not necessarily good. So I'm going to show you, using a technique called tapping, how when you get stressed and overwhelmed, you can just tap on the meridian points in your body, and it can help you when you feel overwhelmed so that you don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. So I want you just to measure on a scale of 1 to 10 how stressed and overwhelmed you feel. How much of a desire to keep doing things over and over again. Is it a 10 because that's really big, or is it just a 1 or a 2? Just let me know where it's at. Okay, and then just measure that feeling in your stomach. Is it in your stomach? Is it in your head? That feeling in your body when you get stressed and overworked and overwhelmed or anxious. And let's tap. Even though sometimes I feel so anxious and stressed, and it makes me feel better if I do the same thing over and over again. I'm a great kid. Even though sometimes I don't know how to express how stressed and anxious I feel, so it makes me feel better if I do the same thing over and over again. Sometimes I get so overwhelmed and I can't find the words to describe it, so I keep doing the same thing over and over again. I'm a great kid. Tapping. Sometimes I get so overwhelmed and stressed. Sometimes I find it really hard. Sometimes it makes me feel better to do the same thing over and over again. All this stress and anxiety in my body. Sometimes it just overwhelms me, and I feel better if I repeat things over and over again. I know it bugs other people sometimes, but sometimes I don't know what to do with all the stress and overwhelm. All this stress and overwhelm in my body, I don't know what to do with it sometimes. So sometimes I just do things over and over again. Sometimes I get so stressed and anxious. All this anxiety and stress in my body. Sometimes it just overwhelms me. All this anxiousness and stress. Sometimes it just overwhelms me. Take a deep breath and let it go. Now, I want you to measure. See if that stress and anxiety has come down a little bit. If not, switch the video off and do it again until we can get your stress down. You start to feel a bit better, and you can maybe talk to mum and dad about how you're feeling. We're going to do a reframe round now. So I only want you to do this if you're just feeling really good. The stress and anxiety is gone. Okay. Even though I was feeling really stressed and anxious before, I'm feeling much better. Even though sometimes I get overwhelmed and anxious, and that's why I do things over and over, I know I can just tap, and that will help me. Even though sometimes I get stressed and anxious, and I want to do things over and over again, but if I tap, I can get my anxiety and stress way down. Okay, tapping. If I tap, my stress goes down. If I tap, my anxiety goes down. I'm feeling better now. Whenever I feel stressed or anxious, I'm just going to tap. I feel much better now. Whenever I feel anxious and stressed, I'm just going to tap. I know I can just tap and I'll get that stress and anxiety way down. And I promise to remind myself to tap. Okay, just take a deep breath and let it go. Always remember, talk to mum and dad or a teacher if things get really overwhelming for you. Bye for now.